I have a most important note for pharmacists who are packaging these medications and who are overseeing the packagings of medications during transport. And for those of you who are doing it right, thank you. For those of you who work to regulate pharmacies, who work at mail-order pharmacies, or who ship life-saving medications on the back of hot and freezing delivery trucks, or at the insurance company where there isn't even a plan allowed to choose the safest option of picking up the medications at the pharmacy at which it is filled. When you see a package of medications getting ready to go out the door, you may only see a bottle of medications, usually an orange bottle with a white lid or a bubble mailer. When I look at the bottle of medications and the package for my son, I see glimpses of my son's life, like the moments of the house filled with laughter as he plays with his sister, the roughhousing with his dad, and the warm, gentle feel of his hug, his cute dimples when he smiles, his big blue eyes that melts his mom's heart in the hopes of many, many more days to come. I hear my son's first words, the sounds of his feet running down the hall, his I love you, his dreams and aspirations. There is nothing in this life that could ever mean more. See, we were given a second chance by a 3-year-old little girl who donated her life at the worst of times, and we know exactly how fragile life can be. When I see my son's medication shipped to me like this, I feel fear, panic, sadness, insecurity, mistrust, and of course, anger. I see him screaming in the pain hospital. I see him terrified as the transport team, that's the air flight team. They're walking into the hospital room because there isn't a nurse on the floor who can find his veins, and the last IV just blew again. I see the doctor telling me that my son will either have to have the harsher chemo drugs that can hurt his life, or else he will most certainly lose his liver and another may not be available. I see him back on the ventilator, and I'm begging God, please don't let me lose him. Please don't let me lose him. And I am begging you, please don't let me lose him. Now this is how my son's liver transplant medications have been sent to me not once, but twice, and only a bubble mailer on hot days. Both times, his liver labs were elevated afterwards, and we are forced to only use mail order for his life-saving drugs, along with many other people. I am sharing this with you today to beg you to please, with each life-saving medication that you work with, please think of that someone that you love or have loved. Someone that going a day without them would be so gut-wrenching to the point that you have no clue how you would even breathe without them in your life. Then for each life-saving drug that you send, please picture that drug being the life of the loved one that you just pictured. Then send that package out the door with the same amount of care, ensuring that the temperatures do not go outside of the storage guidelines proven safe by the manufacturer. Please don't make us risk his life, and don't make others risk theirs.